Right, I have no idea how this is going to go, so fingers crossed it does. If it doesn't, then this video is never going to see the light of day. So, if you're watching this video, then I'd just like to say a huge congratulations to my future self on pulling this off, because it's been a curiosity of mine since this became a trend. So I hope you guys enjoy. So I've been meaning to do one of these for quite a while, but then they became, I don't know when this happened, they became a trend, it became something cool to do. I never got around to doing it because I had such a long list of things to do, and a zipper face was at the very bottom because I thought it was overdone, and then it became like this massive thing, and I never did one. Which, I mean, it's still on the list, so this is on the list. But then I thought, you know, why not do something a little bit more different with the zipper face? And then I thought, well, what happens, or what would it look like? Would it even work if you actually had an operational zip to your zipper face? So you could actually just zipper your face. You know what I mean? I think I know what I mean, which is why I'm hoping this is going to go well. If it doesn't, best of luck to all of us. So yeah, got myself a new pot of Sculpt gel, which if you've seen any of my other videos, particularly my 7 ways to do a Chelsea grin or my Fallout 4 feral ghoul look, you will know that I don't like using Sculpt gel. But I can't deny how good it is and how easy it is to use. So for this look, I thought this would probably be the best product to use. That being said, I do know if this goes to plan, you could do exactly the same with liquid latex, but I don't like using latex because it burns my face. My skin just doesn't like it. So everything that I'm doing today you can do with liquid latex. You will just have to apply a lot of layers to make it look like the same kind of effect, if this works. Oh, eyelash in my eyeball. There it is. So I have 2 zips here, which are both actually the incorrect size, because originally, like I said, on my list of things to do, I was just going to do a normal zipper face, and then decided not to. So these are actually shorter than they should be. I've got 2 colours because these were the only 2 colours that they had at the local craft store. So I don't know which one I'm going to use, but for this it would probably look best if this went to the entirety of your face. But I measured it out because I thought that I was going to keep it open. So, because it would make sense to have it like that, because then it goes further out. But that is not happening today. So I don't actually know which colours to use. Give me a moment. Okay, I've decided I'm going to use this one. Just because I think the other one I can use for something else. And this one's like a weird flesh colour. So maybe that would help, but I don't think it will. That's not why I want it. I don't want it to look super realistic. But, yeah. Ideally, you want to have a zipper that is the full length of your face when you curve it to your face. But this one actually only ends up in the middle of my chin, which is fine. But what you firstly need to do is get a lip liner, or any kind of liner, and measure up the top where you want the top to be. Then take some scissors, carefully, and cut around the edges of your metal part of your zip. But do make sure to keep some of this fabric available for you to use later, because you're gonna need it. Because that's gonna help incorporate this into your fake skin. So just keep that in mind. So now my zipper looks something like that. Curvy, right there, dipping in where my nostrils will go. I have exaggerated the dip a little bit more further up and down, as well as inwards, just so that I have space to stick it so that my nostrils are fully there, if you know what I mean. So like I said, the product that I will be using today is Sculpt gel. It comes in 3 parts, so make sure that you are mixing equal amounts of each part into your concoction to create your Sculpt gel, making sure not to cross-contaminate within the pots, as you will ruin the pots if you do so. And then what I'm going to do is stick the Sculpt gel onto the underside of the fabric so that I can stick it down onto my face, and then we'll go from there. Hopefully this works. So once you have applied your Sculpt gel to the back of your zipper, go ahead and attach it to your face by just pressing it down wherever you want it to go. Make sure that you line it up with the dot that you originally applied at the top of your zipper so that you can align it correctly with the rest of your face. Also make sure that you don't apply Sculpt gel to the metal part of your zipper. Then once you're happy with the placement, go ahead and start applying your Sculpt gel onto the zipper itself, as well as extending the Sculpt gel further out onto your skin so that you can blend it in to make it look a little bit more natural. For me personally, I am taking the Sculpt gel onto my skin, smoothing it out, but not too much, as I want this look to be a little bit rough. Not too rough, but just enough to make it look like the skin has been disturbed by me peeling it back. And then to blend out the edges and to further smooth out the Sculpt gel, you can then apply a small amount of Vaseline onto the end of your spatula to help it blend a little bit better. Now would also be a good time to cut any excess fabric that you don't feel you need on your zipper. Just be very careful with this though, as you don't actually want to cut yourself for real. And then go ahead and start spreading your Sculpt gel onto your face, just like you did on your forehead. But for the cheek area, make sure that you are extending your Sculpt gel further out onto your cheeks, as this is the part that will be peeled back. Also make sure not to go over your nostrils, as breathing is important. Make sure to work in small sections with this so that you can apply the Sculpt gel, smooth it down, and then blend it out with the Vaseline without it drying. Then before applying a second layer, press some tissue onto your face to remove the excess Vaseline. One final blot with your tissue, and then you have the option of applying some foundation onto the Sculpt gel as well as your own face to better incorporate it into the skin. In hindsight, because I was going for more of a rough texture with the Sculpt gel, I probably wouldn't use foundation again, as I think it makes the Sculpt gel look more apparent. But if you are going for a smoother look with your zipper face, then I would recommend using foundation on the Sculpt gel and your face to better incorporate it. But if you're going for a rough texture like I am, all you'll need to do is apply powder on top of the Sculpt gel to get rid of a little bit of that shine. And now for the moment of truth, unzipping the face. If you have connected the chin area on both sides of the zip, you can just go in with some scissors and cut the two pieces away from each other, and then peel back those two areas before unzipping. Then pull the zip up as far as you want it to go, making sure to hold onto the Sculpt gel so that you don't pull off the entire design that you've just created. And then when you're happy with the placement, peel both of the edges back.
Okay, that was fun.
You can then design the inside of your look however you should so desire. For me personally, I'm just going to keep it simple by creating a skinned effect, obviously. So firstly, I am going to be taking black paint to the inside edges of the design. just to create a bit of shading, and I'm then taking that same black paint that I'm using, watering it down and going all over the design itself to create an uneven, darkened kind of texture. Then whilst you wait for that paint to dry, you can go and cut the edges of your Sculpt gel to give it a more cleaner line.
Oh my god, I needed that for so long.
Then go and apply red paint on top of the black paint, paying particular attention to the centre of the design. And then wait for that to dry. And then because the chin area doesn't completely conceal the look underneath, I decided to go in with some red paint and paint the edges of my skin flaps.
I can't find my bruise gel. Oh, that's so sad.
So if you can't find your bruise gel, use blood instead. And apply this all over the design before pressing the Sculpt gel back into its original place. That way the blood is going to transfer onto the inside of the Sculpt gel to make it look more realistic. And then if there are any clear areas where the blood didn't reach, go ahead and apply more blood with a paintbrush to those little crevices. And then if you want to make this look extra creepy, you can always go and apply some red eyeshadow or blush onto your lip area to make it look a little bit more like your actual lips. And this is the finished look. I will say that using blood that sets probably isn't the best idea, as the paint does end up transferring off of your skin. So I would recommend using drippy blood instead.
So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and if you want to hang around a little while longer, then hit subscribe or wherever that big red button is. I don't know, it's a big red button and I should know where it is by now, but I don't. But if you want to subscribe, hit the big red button wherever it is and come and join the madness, because it gets pretty weird around here, as you can probably tell. Yeah. This is kind of what I was going for. I'm kind of impressed. So past Chelsea, nicely done, good thinking. But yeah, this look can be done, like I said at the beginning of this video, it can be done with liquid latex. But I don't like using latex, so I try and avoid it as much as I can. And you can do anything on the inside of this. Originally I was actually going to be doing rhinestones, but I couldn't be bothered. I might do it next time, who knows. So yeah, all the products that I used today will be listed in the description bar below, and if you have any questions, requests, comments, whatever, then leave them in the comments bar below. Follow me on other social media. Twitter is the same, Grin and Dagger. Facebook, Grin and Dagger, and Instagram is @cderbs, because that's my name. I am quite impressed with how this went. I'll probably do it a little bit differently the next time I do it, but I kind of like it. But until next time, guys, have a wonderful day. I'll see you later. Bye bye. It's like the impression of my face on the one side. And if I do my outro like this, it doesn't look like I'm talking, but I kind of, it's so weird.